Hello, welcome to my research review on an article titled Impact of Physical Activity on Depression and Anxiety in Adolescent Inpatients, a randomized control trial. A search strategy was developed from the title of the report, using synonyms and phrases that are interchangeable to find other relevant articles. An example of this is physical exercise and physical activity. When inserting this search strategy into PubMed, there were 26 results in total, and the first article using the best match filter is the article that we will be reviewing today. No other filters were applied. The experiment was conducted using a randomized control trial to understand how physical activity impact adolescents with diagnosed depression and anxiety as the background of this research. The researchers came up with a hypothesis stating that a brief structured exercise program will result in a greater psychological improvement than a control program entailing social relaxation. The methodology used to conduct this experiment is having two groups with either a physical exercise intervention or a social relaxation intervention for inpatient adolescents aged between 12 to 19. There were a total of 52 participants enrolled in the trial. Interventions were carried out 4 times a week in 1-hour session blocks for 5 weeks. The severity of the depression is measured by many different scaling systems, such as the HAM-D, conducted by a psychologist using interview style, and self-rating systems such as the SDS and HADS-D. The findings of the results are that stated in the report. After the intervention, the adolescents in the physical exercise group had a mean reduction of 0.11 in their SDS scores, indicating an improvement in this from severe to moderate depression ranges, while the control group had a mean reduction of 0.03, indicating they remained in the range of severe depression. The graph shows that the group with the physical exercise intervention had seen a greater decrease in the HADSD scores, from 0 to down to about 6.2, the graph shown on the left. That means the symptoms have decreased in severity. However, both interventions saw similar effects on anxiety, which is the graph shown on the right. There are some limitations to this experiment. The design of the study had only follow-up sessions for about 5 to 6 weeks, which is not long enough to see any long-term outcomes of exercise on adolescents with depression and anxiety. A small sample size of 40 participants is also a limitation because it decreases the reliability and validity of the data. On top of that, with all groups having access to physical activity or social relaxation activities, it means that because they were in the multidisciplinary facilities, they had access to all of that, which will impact the reliability and validity of the data, as it does not completely rule out the other intervention. Meaning if a participant in the social relaxation group wanted to participate in exercises, they had the opportunity to do that under supervision, however not professional guidance, and vice versa with the exercise group. If they wanted to participate in social relaxation activities such as playing board games with friends, that was also allowed. In conclusion, the group with the physical exercise intervention saw greater relief in depression symptoms in inpatient adolescents. An application of this significant finding would be to implement physical activity into all care programs for adolescent inpatients with mental health problems. Although not directly linked to the study, but inferred from the research, adequate amount of physical activity for adolescents is important for prevention of mental health problems. Finally, greater research should be done in this area as there are many limitations to this experiment. Thank you.